Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, February 25th, 2018. How are you? How's it going? Welcome. The weekend is over. Monday's back. It's Monday again, and you know how Mondays are, but it's okay because hey, we made it through. We're here. It's let's have a chat. And today's topic, is always on Mondays now, is sports and leadership. And man, there's a lot to talk about. First one the only thing I want to talk about is coaches and their power over their players and their ability to think that they are the ones that, the sun rises and sets on them. And some of them it does. Don't get me wrong. Some coaches it does. Professional football, college football, apparently they're a little bit higher than professional football coaches. And the sun does rise and set on them according to the fans. And when does that happen? Well, that happens when they win. And so you definitely want coaches that win, and those are the ones that get elevated to that myth status, legend status. Paul Bear Bryant, Alabama. There'll never be one like him, folks. If you've never got to see him coach, you missed out on something. You missed out on something huge. And it's just the way it is. But hey, there's just some coaches that legendary. And then there's coaches that, they just get themselves to that level. In Texas, we've got high school football coaches. They take themselves to that level, and then now we're starting to get basketball coaches are starting to get there. But that's fine. That's what they need. We need them to be at that mythical level of leadership, of that they're going to win, they're going to lead these kids, they're going to make these kids, they're going to make them stars because, again, they make them win. They do what it takes to win. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having that mindset of, here's my kid, coach, go ahead and make him a winner because I know you're a winner and you make winners and you have a proven track record of making winners. We get that. We want that. That's why we want people to scout our kids. But here's the downside. So I was reading today that there's this head coach at some community college, and it's called Last Chance U is kind of the nickname that they have it. And he tweeted out to one of his brand new players who just happens to be from Germany. And he tweeted out, "I am your new Hitler." What kind of bullshit is that? What kind of leader stoops to that level? What kind of an individual has that mindset, that mentality? To one, say that to a German, a citizen of Germany. Two, to just say it in general. And three, to be a leader, a visible leader, and have that mindset. Well, for one, we at least now know what he's made of. We at least now know where he comes from and where his mindset is. So you could just imagine what he said to all the other players if he said it to just this one German kid. And now, what does that say? So we need to definitely look at this. We're just giving them that we're elevating these coaches to a certain level by default because they took the job. But who are they as people? Are they the good kind of people? Yeah, they might rack up the W's, but deep down inside, what about their L's? What about their L's? See, we don't look at that. We just see we want winners, and if they're not winning, they're losing and they're out of here. So always be winning. That's the mindset they have. But at what's the cost? What's the cost? Yeah, I mean, you don't say things like that to anybody, let alone, just anybody. It doesn't matter where you are in the food chain. It doesn't matter. If you're on top, you don't need to say that to anybody because that's all nonsense. That's coming from a mindset that's antiquated, a mindset that's living in a different time, a different era, and a mindset that's not conducive to making winners. It's a mindset of belittling people, of putting people down. And how do you make winners from that? If you're belittling them, you're putting them down, you're always talking down to them, you're making them feel insignificant. Leaders don't do that. True, real leaders don't do that. But just because they fill a position does not make them absolute leaders, folks. A leader wouldn't do that. A leader wouldn't step onto the court with that kind of attitude. Because again, what else is he thinking? If he has no problem saying what he said, what else is he capable of saying? Well, nobody wants to guess. Nobody wants to take a shot at that. That's fine. because I think we all know what he would say, what he's capable of saying. If he said the one, he could say more. And folks, it's not a matter of if he'll say it again, or it's a matter of when he'll say it again. And that's just the way it is, because that type of mindset's already in play. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. So again, let's be careful who we move into positions of leadership, management, and let's be careful of what they deliver and what they're bringing to the table. And if it's just a facade, the sooner you find out that it's fake and it's a fake front, the better off you'll be, the better off your organization be, and most of all, better off those people that are being led by that individual. They'll be better off. And that is how you make a winning team. Folks, my name is Dave Guerra. This has been Let's Have a Chat, Sports and Leadership. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good evening.